Yes. Five, four, three, two, one. And good morning, folks. Welcome to that happy hour, that pound hour, that LB hour. I'm the L, he's the B. Between the two of us, it makes LBs, and therefore we are a pound, right? Um, Happy to have you here this morning, Brian. How are you doing?
Good, been active this morning. Did some work outside and feeling good. Feeling
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you look like a Jim from Taxi.
Yeah.
Zero.
Wild hair day.
Wild hair day. Well, actually, mine's not that great either, but uh, my hair, I like my hair short, but not, I don't know. It never seems to, I can't let it grow past my, like that far. So ever, just almost most all my life, just, you know, but I did a picture of myself with a blonde hair, which is shaved up to the sides and then down to here. So that was my Nirvana, Kurt Cobain look back in like, what year was that? 92, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. It was pretty scary, but it was a 93, something like that. But the blonde hair there, you ever had blonde hair?
What's that?
Have you ever had blonde hair?
Yeah, I had blonde hair one time. It wasn't for me. It was fun in the summer, but it just wasn't my deal. Oh, I was going to ask, you went to the Downtowners meeting yesterday. How'd that go?
I did. I went to my first meeting in a year for one of the boards I'm on, and it was spectacular. I got some We got some news, we got some good news, and we got some really good news. So
Oh, good.
I can go with the news, or I can go with whatever you'd like on that one. If you want to hear my
Go with the
news,
good news and then the real good news.
okay. The good news is basically the downtown has been successful, and most all businesses are still afloat, and we're having more money come into the business owners and stuff every couple months. So we've had a really good turnover here in Longview. Actually, we've had business owners are not failing completely. So that's
Yeah,
good.
they've been able to
Good.
make it through and survive.
Yeah, because we have an amazing gal on that board of the CEDC. She's actually Lindsay Cope, my partner in crime, and our president of our downtowners board. And she's able to, because she's on all these boards, she's able to help direct um, downtown Longview for some financial success.
Good.
You know, pretty
Now, how many
cool.
business owners showed up?
Well, this is actually just a board member, a board, the board of directors. So it was just like,
Aren't they business owners though? The board of
well,
directors.
yeah, but I mean, they there's like all kinds of I mean, the membership now is about 50 paid members, which is crazy. When we started over, we took it over actually about 3 years ago. There was seven paid
Wow,
members.
50.
There was seven paid memberships, and two of them were John Briggy's dogs.
Wow.
Because you had to have seven in order to make an actual complete board. So they had seven paid memberships, and now
So
we're
you have
at
to have at
50.
least seven to have a board.
Yeah, on that one, that kind of board we do. Yeah, we have to have everything. But um, we have 60 now. We have 60 memberships, and they're paid, and um, they even paid during this pandemic when because they see the value of it now. Before there wasn't a
Yeah.
value. Now the downtowners we help promote. We pay ourselves. I mean, to help promote the whole downtown area by doing ads on the radio and on the internet and stuff. You know, we have our own little advertising part of that thing. We
Yeah.
put a lot of money and time into it. You know.
How much does it cost a business owner? Isn't it like $50 a year or something? It's not that expensive.
No, it's $50 a year. Matter of fact,
That's
right
good.
now I think it's we voted yesterday to bring it to $70 a year. Is because we have we gave every one of our members a lot of money, been able to do that, keeping us afloat. But we still have a lot of stuff we have to buy and
Yeah. Well, that's only about $6 a month, less than
oh
six
yeah,
dollars a month. That's a great deal.
yeah, it really is. I mean, if I was a small business owner, I would not even turn away from doing this a year because it really is a. I mean, I understand there's a couple other groups in the area like the CEDC itself. I hate to say that, which are great. They do a lot of good. But whether or not you're going to find that personal investment as a small business owner.
Yeah, and if you have a business in downtown Longview, it's the thing to do. Oh, what's the better news? You said you had better news too.
I have amazing news. The amazing news is all this pandemia, with that word pandemia. Anyways, and people dying. A friend of mine, he was slated for death in the near future, and he had less than 15% of his heart function.
Gee.
And I'll tell you his name if you don't know it already.
Pat Palmer.
And now the doctor just found out he's got over 65, 67% of his heart rate going on, and he is back in business 100%.
So while the downtowners and all the businesses made it through this, he thrived and physically and made a comeback.
He did.
It's kind of an inspiration.
Yeah, well, he couldn't do anything, so he says he recouped, solely by being able to watch Wheel of Fortune.
Well, rest and rebuilding his immunity, and it sounds like he got strong. He's a strong guy, though. I mean, you almost expect that from him. He's
right. Well, yeah, you don't expect it from anybody, but
he seems like a guy who'd make a miracle happen. So
yeah, and he did. What he did was, honestly, I think that. I mean, I don't want to get into his personal health and stuff, but he had taken some, maybe not the wisest choices in health, and then he has changed that around. So,
have to have him on sometime and talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you thin your blood out so much, if it tells you to thin your blood out, your heart pressure goes down. So he had thinned his blood out quite a bit back in the day, and now. He doesn't do that, So Pat Palmer,
rest is big though for everybody.
Huge, yeah.
Workouts, everything.
Yeah. As long as you don't just rest all the time,
Nah.
No, well, but a lot of people are. I mean, even myself, I'm like, well, I sit here, I rest, and then I don't get my exercise that I should be getting. So I was like, man, we have to do that. For me, the exercise is, going to the YMCA every day. It was for years, and I will be again very soon when I get my second shot, my second vaccine.
Yeah, that's coming up a week from today.
A week from today. Nice. Well, I'm all for it. Woo-hoo. Even though we might be down for a day or two, if we are, great. If we're not, we'll get past it.
Yeah, it was a little rough the first time. I have a feeling this one's going to be better for me. I think
so too. I think the first one was good for me, bad for you. The second one will be bad for you or bad for me and good for you. So,
take your zinc pills and vinegar and all that. Just do all the home remedies.
Get invigorated.
Yeah.
That could be a commercial right there. Invigorated. Really could, actually. Invigorated. I think that.
Invigorated. That's a good one.
Yeah, considering how much I've been promoting apple cider vinegar for the last few years. Yeah, I think that'd be invigorated to be a great commercial. Then you heard it here, folks. Invigorated. Anyway.
Was Pat at the meeting telling you all this?
Yeah. Yes, Pat's on my board. So.
How was the social distancing and masking? Any of not?
Well, we did. Yeah, no, we all did. We're in a restaurant.
All wore masks?
Huh?
Did everybody wear masks?
Just the same as you would in any restaurant. You walk in and
nice.
With your restaurant and you wear your mask.
Take it off, have your meal and your meeting. That's good. Yeah. That's great.
And that's what we did. I mean, it wasn't
that's good.
We weren't hugging on each other and still, but that's coming, man. I mean, people want to do it. They want to hug. They want to hold. They want to feel the human spirit within their hands. You know what I mean? Literally. I mean, you want to.
Touch is key. People don't. People realize that. I mean, babies die if they don't get touched.
Right. Yeah. And I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
Well, yeah, we're all babies in some way. It's like
I know, but I feel like, I'm a baby in the fact that I feel like, what's her name, Ruby, or off of the Robert or the horror picture show. Touch me, baby.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Touch me, baby.
ruby. It's magenta and caramel.
Magenta. There we go. Touch me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to feel dirty. I'm kidding. That sounds horrible. That sounds great though.
I think just getting a meeting where people were there in attendance. So how many
Yeah.
people?
I mean, there was only six. There's 1, 2, 3, 6 of us. So
6 of you yesterday?
Yeah.
All board members, so you were able to do things if you had to?
yeah, we get a lot accomplished actually, which is cool. I mean, we're just voting on stuff, but
Yeah.
we have a very strong leader, and it's great. We're getting some stuff done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably put together. I'm assuming. I shouldn't assume, but I think in particular that I and another board member are gonna put together the first Longview Downtowners golf tournament.
Oh, that's smart.
It is. It's basically it's not. Once again, it's not a tournament to the who's the best golfer. It's just a tournament of fun, So the goal is to basically, have as much fun with each other. The camaraderie. You got to build the camaraderie of the businesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and it's not even. It's not. Yeah. I've got a call today. Matter of fact, to start finding out some prices on stuff for that. But
well, the cool thing about that is if you don't golf, you can go there and hang out. They have the clubhouse talking to people. It's
right. Yeah. That's always good.
Scenery.
Well, usually, if we have a tournament like that, we'll get, I don't know, raise some funds for the cause. But like I said, it's the getting to know your neighbor type of thing. A lot of these businesses don't leave their. I've seen businesses out there who never leave their building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who never ever do, and
well,
I've never seen.
They're afraid that if they go outside, they might fall into those sunken things on the those pits that go from the sidewalk to the street.
Whatever they're called.
They're called moats or pits. I think they were a good concept as far as an idea of something you want to do, but they just seem dangerous and they're clunky.
I think there's.
Fill them in. Plant something in there. Bring them up.
I would say they probably. I don't know why they're so low because.
Well, I think they thought that was a clever idea, and sometimes you build something and it's like, oh gosh, that doesn't work.
Yeah, but for drainage reasons, I mean, it'd be kind of cool, I guess, for drainage reasons. But I think it's just a garbage collector.
Garbage collector and potential lawsuit. Somebody's going to step backwards and fall through.
Yep,
it's going to happen.
And
there's a guy working on that right now, probably out there. I'm gonna, the slip and fall guy.
Yeah, well.
I've seen people fall in there. I did see a car go in there, but that was there.
I've seen a couple cars go in there, I think, and
I saw a guy volunteering in there, was cleaning, and he fell out of it onto the sidewalk. So.
Yeah, well, no, was that one of your workers?
No, it was a guy from AmeriCorps. Little older, a little older. He could have broke a hip.
Yeah, falling out of it's kind of hard to do because you're so low, but.
It's easy to do because it's right at your knee, about your knee level. You step back and it knocks you back. So I saw it happen. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's
I believe you.
Steady on his feet. So.
Well, I think in particular, there's kind of like, I agree with you. They're kind of a garbage collector, but.
Yeah. And then, the rest of it's good. The red, large red tile stuff. It's a nice looking sidewalks on Commerce.
Mm-hmm. Sidewalks are,
that was a nice addition.
Nice touch. Well, and that's getting better every day. I'm not sure if the plan of that is to actually have that stuff filled in or fixed at all. I don't know. You have to come to the city council and petition for it. Jiminy, freaking Christmas! I can't peek. I'm like freaking Porky Pig. Pig. You hear that? Sorry, you're gonna be like. It's funny they can't speak right sometimes. Right? Today is one of those times.
Since I live in Kelso, I'm gonna let them figure it out. You know what I mean? I don't want to bug them. You become a thorn in their side. So
Well,
If they get sued, then they'll just do it. So that'll be.
right.
And maybe there's somebody over there that figures that out. If you look around, you drive around, it's like these sidewalks are great. The storefronts are looking pretty good. There's garbage collecting in there.
If
Maybe
maybe
we get
Reed.
Jeff Wilson involved. He'll go over there and pick up all the garbage.
There you go. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna have lunch with Mr. Wilson in the next few days. So
Oh, good. That'd be
yeah.
funny if he did that.
Pick the garbage out of there. Well, I have
Get
to ask
garbage
him.
out of there because that's disgusting that people throw garbage in there.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Well, and if they do, I don't know if they do, or if it just kind of blows in from the street because it's on the lower level.
Yeah.
It's kind of the it.
Build something, you're not aware of what, all the little details that can happen.
Yeah. Well, I think in particular that should have been thought of ahead of time, that garbage is going to be a receptacle for garbage. But
What I've noticed about city planners, they have an idea and it doesn't matter what you say, they're doing it. They're putting
right.
speed bumps in whether you fight it or if you bring 500 people to stop it, they're doing it.
Or do the water, or do anything.
It's like somebody gets an idea, they're going to do it no matter what.
Yeah, I understand that because, yeah, I don't know if anything's ever been, actually, I think in particular, the first time we talked about the water changing, it was paused. It was, we talked about it, they said, no, don't do it. And the city had to stop working on it. And
Well,
then
that's a great example. That's another example of unintended consequences. They didn't think all the possible things that could happen.
yeah, that,
You need a paranoid person on the council, at least one that sees all the things that could go wrong. You don't have to take their advice, but at least you're warned. You're going, I never thought of the garbage aspect and people falling in lawsuits, and because there were crosswalk related lawsuits that got them pretty bad. Remember that? There were some crosswalk related lawsuits, and just can't remember what it was, but they got sued pretty good.
yeah, I mean, well, on everything in particular like that, you want to have what they considered a HOTS team, HOTS. So, and every big thing that I've ever done, we have a HOTS team.
Well, it's obvious we need an explanation of the acronym.
One dude and 4 hot chicks. HOTS. No, I'm just kidding. No, no, a HOTS team is HOTS. It refers to, there's a book that started called 1 Minute Millionaire. The 1 minute millionaire, and it refers to you have to have your own HOTS team, which is the hare, the owl, the turtle, and the squirrel.
Oh, okay.
So HOTS. So often you have a hare, which is the crazy idea, the big brain, not the big brain, but he's got the original ideas and stuff, you know what I mean? And then you get the owl who says who, and the who is one that makes you stop and think everything. Oh, the owl is a smart one who says who. And you get the turtle. The turtle goes nope, 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 nope. And so the turtle is one who stops everything.
Yeah.
Who says, wait a second, you can't, no way, no way. He is the negative person. And then you have the squirrel who gets all the shit done, who runs around, does all the work for everybody, not all the work, but is able to actually do all the things that need to get done.
Yeah. So the hare and the turtle get together and say, okay, I'm getting this sucker done. And the hare and the owl says, okay, if you do it, you will face possible lawsuits and garbage building up. Are you okay with that? Is that okay? Have you talked to the other guys about the turtle?
Talk to the turtle? Yeah, exactly. And if you don't have a turtle, you're a miss in the whole scheme of things, because you are not going to have somebody sit there and put up those flags and say, nope, 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 nope.
If you listen to your owl, though, then you never get to the turtle. You don't even have to worry about the turtle. If the owl tells you, hey, there's lawsuit possibilities and a lot of garbage.
No. The owl is the one who says.
Yeah, the owl.
The owl is the one who can get it done. So you get the big brain who says, I've got this great idea. The owl says, well, I can get that done for you. He's
No,
so
no, no.
smart.
The squirrel gets it done. The owl says, okay, that's a good that you're thinking of that. And the owl is smart and says, let's look at all the problems before we take it to the turtle. And he tries to stop it. So you,
No, that's
the
not
owl
true.
has
Actually,
to, the owl's
the,
smart and he
the owl is
tells you
smart,
all
but
the pitfalls.
the owl doesn't see the pitfalls.
But then he's not much of an owl.
right. No, the owl is he can figure out how to get your job done. So so you say, hey, I want to build a car, and then the guy says, hey, I want to build a flying car, and the owl says, okay, I can put together that flying car for you. Let me figure out how to do that. And then you have the turtle who says, wait a second, we don't want to even mess with starting a flying car. You know what I mean? And the squirrel's like, well, just fucking tell me what to do, and I'll freaking go pick up the shit and get this sign and yada yada yada, and does all the work for you.
Yeah, I think it'd be more like the hare wants to get it done. He goes to the owl and says, hey, I'm putting together, I want to have these sunken landscape features. Check them out. He looks them over. He goes, yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine. However, there are pitfalls. Then he takes it to the turtle, and then he takes it to the turtle, and the turtle says, hell no, this is crazy. And then the squirrel's left out for a while until they figure it out.
Well, the owl's the one who would theory. That's a good idea on that one, but actually, the owl is the person who would say, "How deep do you want?" And
he was smart. If he's smart, he would say, "Okay, but that has pitfalls." He would tell you the truth with knowledge.
But everybody has to have those. I mean, you have to have somebody who can do that. I mean, it's just
Yeah, but if I go to somebody with a project and say, "Hey, look at this. I want to do this," he'll say, "Well, that's interesting. Have you considered what the consequences are?" And he's not trying to stop it. He's trying to tell you.
But that guy the guy who says what the pitfalls are, that's the turtle. That's the guy.
The turtle is more like.
I'm telling you, the turtle is the guy who says nope. That's the whole purpose of that.
Turtle has objections no matter what. He wants to always stop it. If an owl is a wise character, he's going to tell you the good and the bad. He's not going to try to stop you. He's going to try to educate you, inform you, right?
Okay. Hey, these are my animals, Brian. They do it.
I've taken the test before. I think you're off again, but that's okay.
No, yeah. Well,
let's look them up.
Yeah, you're welcome to the hare and the owl. And look under the HOTS team. If you look under HOTS team.
Well, if I went to an owl and he didn't tell me the potential pitfalls,
he doesn't see them. That's not what he's looking for. The goal of the owl is merely to figure out how to get it done. To make your dream come true, the hare's dream come true.
Yeah, and he would tell you the advantages and disadvantages.
If he gets that. Yeah, but that's not his ultimate goal. His ultimate goal is not to question you. The ultimate goal is to get your stuff done for you. The turtle is the guy to question everything.
You better get a better owl.
I hear what you're saying, but he's not an all-wise owl. He's just a wise owl.
He's just like a fake intellectual.
You kill me.
I know those types. They act like they know stuff. Sure, that'd be good. You get that done, that'd be great. Great idea. I'll write up the plans right now.
Well, yeah.
The turtle says those plans suck, and then the squirrel's pissed because he can't work.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't.
Yeah. Because I know the squirrel type. They're like, hey, I want to build that. When do you have it ready? I want to build it. They're always talking. And you're going, I got to figure some things out first.
Yeah, and the figuring things out is usually done by the owl, the person who likes to stop.
Yeah, he figures it out, and then he listens to the turtle who says, you can't do that. People could fall in.
Well, that's more than that. That's those two people are one and the same. Then you're in your end, and I get that. That's a great thing. They can do that, but that's not. I mean, usually you want somebody maybe who's one and the same, but.
Well, you never want, if you can help it, you never want to keep your squirrels waiting too long because they just want to work, man. Those guys.
They want to get done.
Contractors.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm stuck in this little zone here. I can't get out of this thing. Oh, there we go. Hang on here. I'm just wondering if I can possibly find your HOTS team for you here because I think that I can.
Okay, well, I got the I'll read this. We're both kind of right.
Yeah.
Let me get it up there for you.
Did you find it?
I've done, yeah, I got it ready. I've done this in work related things. It's pretty good.
What you got? Yeah, look under 1 Minute Millionaire, and
Let's talk about the hair is filled with multiple ideas. Some may say harebrained schemes. We all know that, but we got to have the hairs. They're crazy,
Yeah.
but they get ideas that we wouldn't think about. They hop around from idea to idea, excited more by possibilities than by execution. So they just want to talk about what could happen,
Yep,
not really what's
theoretical.
going to happen. The owl is wise and measured, and why they may also generate ideas. They are best placed beside the hare to recognize and catch the ideas as they spring forth. Most team leaders should be owls. I agree with that. They identify and support great ideas, but can also see the big picture and the
Mhm.
component parts needed for execution. So part of the big picture, I believe, is seeing pitfalls. So I think I got to say I was right on this. I'm sorry. I don't.
I don't believe it, but that's okay still.
Well, a true leader would never come up there and say, great idea, and not tell you, but there are pitfalls. So I like the idea of an owl being the leader. And that's
Well, I believe there should be pitfalls. I mean, there's always pitfalls in
well,
everything.
not should be, but there are.
Well, there's always
We got to
are.
be aware. They'll tell you we've got to be aware of all the consequences that could occur. But it's a great idea. We're also going to add some things to it. So that's
You want to get rid of the
Owl.
owl, don't you? You don't like owls. For some odd reason, you just don't like owls. It's okay.
I love
you're-
owls. Oh, you kidding me? I love owls. Owls are my
You're
favorite.
anti-bird. I can tell.
No, owl's
you
my
want to eat 'em.
favorite. I think Bill Belichick might be an owl. He's wise and measured. He always has everything planned. He knows exactly how they're going to get to the Super Bowl and win the darn thing. He also knows if you miss practice or do anything wrong, you're going to weaken the team. So he addresses all the pitfalls. Then he gets you to agree we're all in the same boat. It's pretty good. He's a hell of a leader.
Okay, so now you have the turtle, right?
Okay, the turtle, we know these guys. If you've ever been a part of the Elks or the Eagles or any of that, you're going to have some turtles in there trying to stop every project.
Yeah.
These are the people who troubleshoot harebrained ideas, cautiously suggest most of them are impractical. That's funny. They are needed to turn ideas into plans because they can see the problems ahead of time and suggest possible solutions. A hare would describe a turtle as a negative thing. A turtle would describe themselves as realistic. They may be slow to change their mind, but when they do it, it is because they have measured all the options. If a turtle supports a hare's idea, you know you're on a winner. That's true. If you can get to the turtle with your harebrained idea,
Yeah.
you're on your way to the workers. The last animal in our kooky menagerie is the squirrel. They love taking action. Give them a list of tasks, and they are the happiest animal in the forest. Getting things done is what drives the squirrel, gets them to think big picture, and they tend to disappear.
Yeah.
So if you get them to think big picture, then they tend to disappear. We need detail-oriented squirrels to keep machines running, make sure the bills get paid. That's good.
Yeah. The way I pitch this to my students, that they can identify with more than one animal if they like. All of them do. But in a group situation, they have to embrace their spirit animal. If you are majority squirrel in the group situation, you are 100% the squirrel. You must be 100%. Excuse me. The strategy of running the group is to get the hare and the owl together without the turtle and the squirrel. Here's a case sensitive. The turtle's practical attitude tends to deflate the energy levels needed for creative ideation. Yeah. The owl is more supportive and feeds the hare ideas, generating ego. At the brainstorming stage, you need an encourage of a lot of hopping around from idea to idea. Brainstorming sessions are disastrous if a turtle is allowed to input too early. Idea sessions should be hare and owl only. See, there you go.
Great idea. You get those two together. I like that. The hare and the owl. Harebrained idea with some intelligence thrown in.
Yep.
Once the idea generation or divergent process is facilitated, the hare is sent out into the fields to chase flying carrots, and the owl brings the turtle into the room for a convergent session. The best ideas are presented to the turtle and they're asked to flag any issues, devise solutions, and identify the best idea to move forward. The owl and turtle then strategize an action plan and give the list of tasks to the squirrel to execute it. Boom!
Boom.
Hot's team in action. That sounds good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem
Yeah.
arises when you are a one-person team or three of you in the group are hares. Ideas without execution are a waste of time. Just ask Scott Belsky. But a group of doers without vision is just as grave a situation. Oh, builders and architects without an owl there. Okay. Okay, this guy. So this is actually not from the one, or the, what is it? The millionaire man, 1 Minute Millionaire. This guy's interpretation of it.
Yeah.
So we're
I don't
not
know who Scott Belsky is.
Yeah, I didn't want to mislead anybody. In recent years, I found myself feeling schizophrenic. Okay, he's talking. He's burnt out. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. He has a perfect Hots day. In the morning, he wakes up a hare, bursting with ideas. Write them down. Instead of tapping into his problems, which is the turtle's job, he keeps the turtle at bay until after lunch to allow his inner hare a chance to frolic freely. So he starts out as a hare. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's kind of showing you if you're alone, you do it that way, you become all of them.
Well, I would think this is kind of like the ENTP right there, who's
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And then he
who has the brilliance and the thoughts in the morning, and they're flighty, and they leave by the afternoon because you've either figured out that they're wrong or you haven't had support by anybody else. So you're like, well, yeah, maybe it's not that great.
Yeah, he has the 4 different things. He does 2 hours each. So in an 8-hour day, he goes from the hare, then he goes to the owl, and then
I think that's great. If you can
turtle, and then squirrel. That's good. He goes into that order and he gets it done. That's a smart move for people working alone.
Heck yeah.
2 hours each. I like that.
Creative in the morning, and then don't work on creative stuff later on. We work on getting stuff done. That's a great.
I might actually start at the night before and do all my harebrained ideas, write them down. That way, when I get up in the morning, I can go into owl right away.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
That's where your work. If that's where your brain works, yeah.
Yeah, because when I wake up in the morning, I have no ideas. They were all generated the night before. So it's good though. Go into the HOTS in order throughout your day.
Yeah. The pro tip is I find that each animal hangs out at a different location. Hare loves coffee in the shops. The owl loves the library. The turtle and the squirrel hang out in front of their computer.
Well, no, the turtle hangs out in front of the computer, but the squirrel would probably hang out in front of his project, wherever that is, his workshop.
Well, I think the squirrel, in particular, does most of their work on a computer most nowadays. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Well, nothing gets built on a computer, not a thing.
Well, if you're building something, that's one thing. But if you're actually building a project, like you're whatever, if you're getting stuff done, you get a lot of things done on the computer nowadays. You know what I mean?
But by the time you get the plans to the squirrel, they just go to work.
Mm-hmm.
All the computer stuff would be done earlier. Yeah, I might even switch out the order. That you can switch it out too. You might want to go. Some people like to start squirrel first.
That's ridiculous. Why would you even do anything if you don't have an idea first?
Well, some people know what to do. I get up in the morning. Sometimes I would go right to work physically building things.
Well, maybe if it's your job from the day before, but you have to have the hair. You have to have it's got to.
No, you can. He does it this order. You can do it in any order you want. You might do better if you get up and your first thing you do is squirrel. Get some work done. Work out. Work on this project. You don't have to do it in that order.
If you already have the project in motion, then you can do every direction you want.
Well, or actually what I do is I'll see something. I'll get up some mornings and just see, okay, I'm going to do that. And I do the job. Go squirrel the first 2 hours. The good thing about that is you are relaxed by the time you get done physical labor.
But you don't have any direction. I have to disagree.
You are so into this HOTS, you think it has to be done in order. It doesn't. You can change it up. There's a part in here where these are grown-ups that decide what they want to do. Like if I get up and go into hair mode, it ruins my day. I might go into owl mode and read a book, but usually I feel like physically doing something. So I'll get up and just see what needs to be done and start physically doing stuff.
As long
You
as it gets
can
done,
go-
yes.
Yeah, you can go squirrel first thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work for an hour or two, and then you go, hey, I'm going to go owl and think about the big picture.
Well, for your day, yeah, that's however you want to do
throughout
it.
your day. Well, and this guy gives you this information is really good, but there might be different teams that do it in slightly different order. They
Well,
might say,
on a daily occurrence, you're probably right. But
Yeah,
on the big picture part of it, you have to
no, you don't have to. You have to, but that person could take this and adapt it and say, I'm going to actually go off script here and I'm going to have the squirrel meet with the owl first. Because this could be a
Because they have
project.
no idea. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just getting together because I know that's okay. For some odd reason, you're looking at this a different direction than I am, and most people, I
You are getting very uptight about it, so let's take a breath. I ask a lot of questions. I try to take things apart. I'm in an owl mode. I was a squirrel earlier for 2 hours.
I was thinking you're more of a turtle mode right now. You're saying no.
No, I'm saying what I think. I got up this morning and went squirrel mode right away. It was a project I didn't even know I was going to do, but I got it done. I felt great. Then I went into kind of owl mode.
Gotcha.
Well, what's the big picture here?
Yeah. Well, what are you working on? That's things that.
I built a area in the back. It was about a 2-hour job where I had to cut, and I had to wait till I couldn't use the loud tools right away, so I had to do some hand tool stuff, and I cut some things. I got a workbench set up in the back corner by the cabana that looks a lot better. So I was pretty happy. Had no idea.
So your harebrained idea went to work real quick. The harebrained, your squirrel worked on it.
No, I walked over and I went, I'm going to do this. So maybe, my hair didn't even get involved much. He just said, going to do it. You're going to do it. Actually, I didn't even talk to the hair. It was the squirrel went, going to do it. That's what I do like about real squirrels too, man. They're always busy.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love them all. You gotta love them all. But then, anyways, we've totally sidetracked off this whole thing. But I'll tell you, this is
that's okay. You're being the what is it? The squirrel. You're being the squirrel. Or the turtle. You're fighting everything. You're turtling up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's I think it's funny because that's kind of the way things,
You got me. I bought into a great program. I bought into it 100%, but I had questions, and you went squirrel or turtle hard.
That's because well, to me, I don't know. See, you're looking at it different, saying, well, this is the squirrel has to be purple. And I'm like, I don't care if the squirrel's purple.
No, I'm not saying that. I say sometimes you just pop into squirrel without that silly hair. You don't even need that.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, exactly. Yes, you can. And then, but usually if the squirrel goes without any direction, then he's just going around, just doing nothing.
Some people, no, it's like athletes. Some athletes, they say, I don't think too much. I go in there and I react. I just do it. Sometimes you do that because your own world. You go, hey, I'm going to do that. You don't need the hair to go, hey, we should build that with 3 stories. No, just go over there and do what you got to do.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and yeah. So you're right, Brian. Whatever that is, I get it. Everybody has their own little mode of what direction they're gonna go with something. But
and what was that book called again? It's 1 Minute.
The 1 Minute Million. The 1 Minute Millionaire.
That's a good name.
It's a great little book. Basically, it's I think it may have changed to a 50-second millionaire. I'm not quite certain, but. No, I'm just kidding. No, remember that guy that 7-second abs, 6-second abs.
Yeah.
No. What about Mary?
You can have vines on YouTube that are 7 seconds or 6 seconds.
6-second abs. What if we did our abs in 6 seconds? We put it in fast forward. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because when I first heard about Vine's 6-second videos, I thought that's silly and it was great.
Well, I thought that TikTok was stupid,
Have you ever seen Vines? I watched about an hour of this one guy's Vines, and they're hilarious 6-second videos. And that's hard because you can't, it's hard to be funny in 6 seconds and do it over and over. And he had over like 500 of them.
Yeah, I have seen them before, and I'll have to look at it again.
Yeah,
On
there's
Vine.
some good ones.
Is there app do you have for that? App Vine app?
Go on YouTube and just write anybody you want Vines. Just write Vines, or if you know a comedian, write his Vines, and they'll have 2-3 hour videos of it, 6 seconds each. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have to look into that. I don't know of any Vine app or whatever, but there's, the TikTok's what, 1 minute?
Yeah,
Which
but
we all
6
think-
seconds is crazy.
That's because the world is that ADD.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
it's very clever, and people that can pull it off, it's a skill, to get
Sure.
to get a punchline in there or whatever, or a meaning in 6 seconds is very hard.
Yeah. I have so last night, I'll tell you what, I had to change medications yesterday.
Oh no.
No, it's okay, but literally I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30. Yeah. I went to sleep early, and then maybe like 10, whatever, 9, 10. Around 11 o'clock, I woke up, and then I didn't sleep all night long. It was crazy. And I don't feel real too tired right now, but my body's hurting a little bit. So yeah. So new medication, that's what happens sometimes, I mean, they're gonna
Oh yeah.
just there's a weird thing. It's like also, and then the way the medication works, it kind of keeps you. It's called speed, and
Is it an Adderall?
it's a Had Matterall. No, Mad Hatterall. No, I don't know what it is. It's just no. Actually, the pill they gave me is called it's actually what they consider to be the limitless pill. Literally, in real life, it's called the limitless pill, and it is called modafinil. So modafinil, and
Interesting.
it's for people who have narcolepsy, and they have like issue falling asleep and stuff. So that's what happened to me. They gave me this, and I'm like, I didn't go to sleep at all. What do you know? Pretty amazing. I just got a nice little dove just landing on my thing here. That's crazy. Beautiful. But anyways, I'm a little squirrel myself. But no, that was it's interesting, and I felt like I was like, wow, I'm not going to sleep tonight, and it was just I was wide awake all night, just till finally I played some Bach around 4 o'clock in the morning, and cranked up the Bach and just Fur-Elise, I think it was. Was it Beethoven? Yeah, Beethoven actually. And did Fur-Elise and some classical music, and just basically passed out. But
Oh wow.
yeah, it was interesting, because I wasn't.
I was looking up the 1 Minute Millionaire, and it's one of the guys is Mark Victor Hansen, the mastermind behind the 65 million copy Chicken Soup series. That's amazing stuff.
Really?
That's a powerful thing. And then Robert Allen, a pioneer in best-selling wealth creation books, share the revolutionary approach to building wealth and present a powerful program for self-discovery. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I've read them and bought them, and I have no idea where they're at now, but they're great.
Well,
books.
they got a book that's very affordable right now. It's on. You can get anywhere from like $10, 20.
Yeah,
years.
that's the book I had right there.
Yeah, that's a good book. What happened to it?
I have no idea. Matter of fact, I may have.
Who lost it? Who lost it? The squirrel or the hare?
I would say the squirrel probably lost it, but I may have also borrowed it from the library. It may even have it on.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to buy it actually.
Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I'll have to look. I'm sure I bought that one actually. So I'm not sure where it's at. It's here somewhere, I guess, maybe in this house.
The 1 Minute Millionaire, the
Yep.
Enlightened Way to Wealth by Mark Victor Hansen and Robert G. Allen. That's cool. That's quite a team when you put those.
It is. It's a powerful team,
I'd be
And that's
curious
all.
to know what their dominant animal is there. That'd be good. I'd love to see an interview with those two.
Well, if you type in their name and type in as, animal, they probably tell you. I bet you.
Really?
So he'll say, I'm an owl from, like I said, he probably, when I wrote that, I'm an owl from 10 to 2, and I'm a hare from
Oh,
8.
no, that was written by a guy that was a professor at some small college.
No, yeah. Well, type in their names and say comma animal question
Yeah.
mark. You never know. But either way, I would suggest reading the book itself. It's very
Oh,
good.
yeah, I want to
You know,
definitely.
for years, that's what I did. I just read all those how to build your business books.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and that's why, I mean, I know out of all the crap I've done, the best thing, and not crap, but all the events I've done and all the boards I've been on and put together and stuff, it's, you have to have that team. And that's why I've done with most everything I've been. It's like, I have to have the hare, I have to have the owl, I've got to have the turtle, I've got to have the squirrel, because I can't get things done myself. Matter of fact, right now,
Well, are you an owl? Are you an owl?
no, I'm a hare.
So should you be leading any of these groups?
I put them together.
Oh, you just network them together, that they get together, and so
My idea is basically just to put them together and to find out who to do it, and then I'm not necessarily, I try to do the vice presidency or something like that, because I don't like to be the president or something,
That's smart, because the owl needs to. That's good. I like that.
I know where I'm at, and there's no doubt about it. I'm the owl because I'm wise, and I'm wise because I've been through all this stuff. I've done it over and over and over. I'm not smart. I'm wise because of that. So I don't want to do this stuff. I don't want to. I'm not the owl.
No, I was gonna say you're not the owl. I'm not really the owl either.
No, I'm not the owl. I'm definitely the hare. And I can be some owl, and I can be a turtle if need be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, if it's a video project, I can be the owl immediately. But if it's audio, I'm not.
right. But sometimes it requires, whatever you're doing, it requires you to be the turtle. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's not. You have to think outside your own box, because we're so excited being a hare. We're so excited about what we thought of. It's a great idea. It's going to rule the world. It's going to take over the world. But you have to have the ability to say, look at it objectively. And it's like psychology in particular. Psychology, the best part about psychologists and going to one is the ability to take all your problems, and they take them out of your head, out of your box, and set it outside, and let you look at it individually and say, well, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem. But if you have when you're inside your own head, you're inside the box, you can't see outside of it. And so as the hare, the guy who came up with the idea to begin with, he's like all about, he's like, well, why isn't my idea going to work? You have to have somebody to shoot everything down, all the bad thoughts you have, like, nope. And the only reason why like I said, the only reason why we're turtles at all is because we've seen the mistakes. We've actually been there and done that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not because, if we were just starting out, I could never be a turtle because I hadn't done anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that can be all four, that are strong in all four. I'm not strong in all four, but I can be all four. I can be the squirrel.
Well, yeah. Well, I was the squirrel. I can't be the squirrel much anymore because of I think my body, my brain's kind of like, well, maybe for an hour or two,
Yeah.
But
I find myself having to be the owl a lot more, and the squirrel, and then I'm not the hare much anymore. I'm hardly the hare at all. I've got my ideas are set, and I'm working on them, so I have no space for harebrain right now.
Yeah, well,
a little bit, like if some great idea comes, but I'm not going, hey, this would be a good app. Wow, this would be a good app, and stuff like that. There's people doing that all the time, never getting anything done.
Yep. Oh, I know. I've basically become a hare pretty much most of the time. It's just, it's like, well,
that's good. You got hair, and I'm not a hare anymore, hardly at all. I'm like, okay, let's be sensible. Let's have a good idea. Or the idea is, if you've got good ideas, execute them. Don't keep coming up with more.
Yeah. And
That's
that's
what happens.
the execution is comes from the squirrel, and the owl a little bit there. But I mean, that's pretty much, and it takes all of them, to really,
Yeah.
if you want to be successful, you got to have all those parts. Even if it's just one brain, you have to have all the parts in the brain to do that. But that's cool. I'm glad you got to read that today, because that's something I've been
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, no,
training on.
I've been through that a bunch. I've gone through seminars, trainings where they do it. And
The
I've seen seminars where the person leading it thinks they're an owl, but they're not.
everybody else thinks they're an owl, and the fact is everybody always thinks they're an owl. That's the thing about
Well, I
everybody.
know, yeah, not really. I know guys who are like, hey, I don't make that stuff up. I don't do this. I don't think of that. I just do it. Get her done. Hand me the thing and I do it. Yeah. A lot of people
Yeah.
know that they're not an owl.
Well, once you realize there is these different, animalistic tendencies out of your brain, you can chop it up and say, hey, yeah, I'm more this or I'm more that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, it's usually, everybody is. That's why you don't put the turtle together with the hair to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because else it's like,
Oh yeah, he'll get shut down and it'll not be.
and everybody wants to be the owl. Then it's like, wait a second. It's like, no, So yeah, that's why in particular I do rather well with a lot of groups and stuff, because there's not a lot of hairs, and there's not a lot of everybody. You got to find.
So you think there's not a lot of hairs? That's all I ever see. People with scripts and ideas and not one bit of execution. I think this world's overcome with hairs.
Well, and that's an idea that
we'll sit down with 5 people and every one of them has a book, a script, a screenplay, an idea, an app.
Well, that's because that's the
none of them are
the project you're sitting with, and that's people you're sitting with. And
no, I mean, I could walk around and get you. Everybody is some sort of a hair. There's too many hairs right now, way too many. Just throwing ideas out with no execution.
Because we've all been sitting at home for the last year and a half.
It's been forever. You know that. You talk to people. Do you know anybody that hasn't thought about some sort of book idea or has a great idea for an invention for the kitchen or whatever? Almost everybody's got hair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean that, just because you can think of an idea doesn't make you a hair. I mean, it doesn't make you have great ideas or good ideas. You have to have the right.
I just noticed in the last 10 years, even so, what's been forever. People have so many ideas. Well, the good thing is though, there's the other people see all these crazy ideas and then they put them together and get them done. Even if the hair just never does anything, you'll hear a hair talk about an idea. You then go work on it. That's what happens a lot. Somebody will come up with an idea and then they won't do anything with it. And the guy that heard about it, hey, I'm an owl. I'm going to get with, somebody else.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's what it takes. You can't, the hair can't get these things done. He takes all 5 or all 4 pieces. You know what I mean? That's why I said that.
A lot of turtles out there too. When I did the Burgerville Boys, it was some days it was a room of turtles.
Yeah. Yep.
All it was.
That's all you get a lot of times.
Yeah, and I come in with harebrained ideas, and they would give me the reasons of why they wouldn't work, and I'd write it down and work on that part too.
Mm-hmm.
They're all every type is valuable. Every type's valuable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. You can't get shit accomplished if you don't have an owl.
Well, I have a friend named Wes, and I consider him an owl. And if I have an idea, I'll go to him. And he'll say, don't do it. Because he knows, you know what I mean? Or he'll say, well, you better get this form done. If you're going to do it, do this. Yeah.
He's definitely, owls. I think I know your friend Wes now and say, yes, he's definitely an owl. He's not I think at one time he's probably, when he was younger, he may have been a squirrel, who could probably accomplish and get things done. And then he started to find himself later on as being the, maybe even worked on some owl projects for a while, I'm sure, but
I see him as an owl.
Yeah. But
to give you the whole big picture and tell you what to think about and what he thinks about it. And
well, he's definitely
not harebrained at all, but he has ideas, but he's not.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody has ideas. Everybody has bad ideas and everybody has good ideas, Um, but you know, I think he in particular is quite the while he's an owl as well, he's also a turtle. You know, that's he's able to do that and say,
Yeah.
no, you know. And the thing about that is, I think it's the same Wes you're talking about there.
Yeah.
He's an attorney, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the best attorneys, by the way, some of the books I've written in regards to, not written, I've read in regards to business and so forth. The best attorney is a person who is like a turtle, because they're going to question everything.
Yeah.
They're going to stop and question everything. You can't, you know, you don't want an attorney saying that's behind you going, yes, let's sue them. Yeah, you want to sue them for this? Great. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. No, you want a person that says, wait a second here. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. You want somebody up on a stand who's going to say, but, you know what I mean? It's going to stop the people talking and say, wait a second, you know, come back and reflect this whole thing, because you have to.
Sometimes I really like it when a lawyer will get turtle right away. You go, hey, I'm thinking about taking action against my neighbor, and he'll shut you down and tell you all that's going to go wrong with that. And you'll go, you know what? I got to grow up and not do this. So sometimes that turtle is excellent.
Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's I love the turtles, but and I love them all. You know, just you got.
Well, it's about enlightenment, and that's pretty cool. That the whole concept is behind it is enlightenment, and that's probably because of the chicken soup guy. His whole thing's about enlightenment.
Yeah. No. Definitely. Yeah. I'm all for it. I just learned about the HOTS team when I was very young, and first got into business, and so that's where I've done a lot of stuff with, you know, with my teams that I put together, and that's kind of the thing. And honestly, the reason why probably I didn't bring you in together back in the time, I mean, when we were doing similar business events and stuff, you know, whatever, like we had events going on, and why I didn't invite you into those things was because at the time you were in the hair mode for a long time. You know what I mean? You were not in the other modes at the time. You were kind of like in that whole little, I have some ideas, and I do, and we're not getting anything done if we.
Well, I think it was beyond that. I think I had all four going. It was just it wasn't going to work, because at that time you were busy, and because I wasn't in just hair mode. I would get an idea, and then I would owl it, I would turtle it, and then I would squirrel it. But you were really busy with all these things, so it was just timing.
Yes. My whole thing was see how much one man can take. And I did, and it's and there's a breaking point.
Almost killed you.
That's right. That breaking point is in the bottom of the hospital there, you know, or into Lake Sacagawea, when they fly you off to Portland and say, hey, you're dead. Let's put you back together. You know, why are you dead? Well, because you've been eating salt every day for the last however many years, and your body started rejecting it years ago. So
2013, I almost died from basically a toothache as it got bad, and I didn't.
That infection. I remember that.
I was. They said I was close to dying. So after that, I thought, just slow it down. Just take it easy. There's no reason.
Brush your teeth. That's right. I'm just kidding.
No, I had a dental appointment for that Friday, and I waited it out, and I didn't. I got there, and she sent me to the emergency room immediately.
Was that a higher or lower?
Right here.
Down below?
I was on this side. I can't remember. It was swollen. I was hosting some fashion show for people with disabilities, and you can see in the pictures my face is out to here. It was just, you know.
I remember when you get that.
You're invincible.
Yeah. And well, you're just running ragged. You just, you know, and then you think that, well, it'll go away on its own. No, things you can't get away from, folks. Toothaches is one of them. Good God. I think that's one of the most worst pains.
What's funny about that is I wasn't really running ragged. I was just not doing that part. I should have said, hey, take care of this. I had an appointment for Friday and I waited it out, but it was getting worse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that I had the swollen face, but that memory is one of my best ever because this gal Ann, she was one of the clients I worked with a lot. She had her greatest moment there. She was in the spotlight, and then she passed away last year, and I got to see that picture and bring it back, and it was a beautiful memory. So even though I was almost killing myself with that tooth, beautiful memory. Great things happen even in bad times.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. But that's cool. What now? Anne, was she
She was a
she's a client?
client that I've known since I was born, basically. Family friend. Her mom was my mom's friend, and I've known her forever. And Ann's been like not really a client, just a great friend, one of my best friends from childhood, high school, everything. And then I worked with her as a client. She was a client. So she passed away a couple months ago, and it was pretty tragic. But I had that picture to remember
Yeah.
her moment because she was like that was the moment where the everything was on her. She got the award and the lights were on her and she had Hollywood star there and she was just feeling like the belle of the ball. It was a great moment.
Oh, I love that. Whenever you can make somebody feel like the belle of the ball, that's what you gotta do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that was a great event, fashion show. It was over at Youth and Family Link. It was a pretty cool event.
Yeah, that's
For people with
awesome.
disabilities, it was a really neat thing.
Speaking of disabilities, Brian, I'm going to switch over here to my Facebook page right now. I didn't
Oh,
post it
good.
today, but it shows that this thing says that it was 5 years ago today that I got this picture taken where I was. Let's see here, where can I share? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I love just doing this thing here. Let's see here. Let me go share. Let's see, Brian, where get back to you. How can I find us? I'm gonna learn this some gun. Just stick with me here for a moment because
Yeah.
we've got there we go. I'm going to find that. Now I've got that. I'm going to go share screen. Here we go. And right there. This was 5 years ago today, folks. Lonnie was working on the machines every day. And that is from after my stroke right there. And do you see that, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
me.
like that. I'm unstoppable. That's cool.
That's an awesome. What it is that shirt was one of my favorite shirts, and I still have it probably somewhere. It
That's a
was
great one.
me having. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, of course, and the short arms. He's got another little dinosaur grabber. so
That's
now
good.
now that he has his own grabber, he's unstoppable. You know, basically
Yeah.
it's saying no matter what, you will accomplish this bullshit. You know,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
find the tool and adapt.
at the moment, I couldn't keep my even legs together here, so I had to have my legs tied together on the machine. They had my hand tied to the other machine over here.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was working it out, but it was cute, you know.
Yeah.
I wish that
Come a long way, man. You've come a
I
long
have come
way.
a little bit, but I think that in particular I should have definitely done more, and I don't know how to do more, but I will get there. You know.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Less hair.
Less hair. You think that's
Be
holding
the
me back?
hair less. Be the hair a lot less and get those other three going. They'll take you where you need to go, especially the squirrel.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
the hair's cute. The hairs are cute, but they're annoying and they're counterproductive. Too many ideas just ruin everything. I'm sorry. As a former extreme hair, I know it.
yeah, no, I get you. I get
You
you.
got
And
good
actually,
ideas and they're ready to go. You don't need any new ideas. You got good ideas. Make them happen. You got the chef book, make it happen.
yeah, no, actually, I'll
Harvest
agree with you on
squirrel.
I agree with you on that. I have a tendency. I decided the other day. I said that I am doing. I am working on my stuff personally, and I don't mean this is just chef. I mean, whatever it is, I'm not half-assing anything, and so
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it. And
With this morning Zoom has been a good example. We've been consistent, haven't missed very many days. We're on about
yeah,
the 60th episode. I think by the 100th episode, we'll be ready to show people this Zoom.
yeah, I think so too, and that'd be great. I mean, the only reason we've missed any days at all is because we're on vacation, or if I'm there. I mean, if somebody's
Oh, yeah. You took a vacation.
yeah, I went to go see my daughter over in college here. So I mean, there's some things you can't miss, but I mean,
No, but pretty
That's-
good that we've only missed a couple out of 60 shows. That's pretty impressive.
yeah, I think it is too. Even though we're not that funny, folks, but we'll get there.
Speak for
But-
yourself.
Hey, listen,
I'm certified as the funniest man in America by TJ Wistrix. So,
I think you're just certifiable. That's the difference.
yeah. Well, I'm actually not certifiable because I refuse to see a doctor about it. That's how you stay out of a mental hospital. Do not go to a mental, to a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Nope. Be the turtle. Nope.
Counselors are not bad people.
The counselors aren't bad people.
But I can't say the stronger word I have for them. No, actually, counselors are fine, but you got to really be smart in who you pick. It's not really about their technique; it's who they are as a person. That a good counselor can help you, and a bad counselor can ruin you.
Well, folks, it is
Yeah.
Wednesday, March 24th, and this is our 10,000th episode, like you
Yeah,
said.
we're at 60, so 60 episodes.
Okay, 60. That's pretty
Significant
good.
because pound hour 60th episode. That's significant.
We have an hour worth of shows. and
All right,
60.
well, I gotta go be one of the other animals, so let's
That's right.
pound
You-
it
you-
out. Okay,
You
what
be
would
you,
the owl
baby. You
do?
be you. You're more of a beaver. You're busy little
Owl
beaver.
right here.
There you go.
Oh, you got it.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. That's two in a row, I think.
That was good.
Yeah. Listen, you all have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you call me in a little bit.
I will do that. I'll do that. Bye bye.